Hey guys, I'm back again to do another video for the HORRORman's channel. This week's theme is 90s slasher. So, you probably know I really love 90s. And I love 90s horror movies and slashers. I mean, there's so many great actors like Sarah Michelle Gellar, Joshua Jackson, Ryan Phillippe, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, Neve Campbell, and lots of others. And I really like all those people. So I chose Popcorn from 1991. Which Popcorn kind of feels more like an 80s slasher to me. I actually forgot that it was 90s because it just feels 80s. But I really like this movie. It's something different and interesting. You've got these film students that are putting on what do you call it, a theater show where they have different horror films and they have it's just I see the top of your eyes just
a movie marathon.
A movie
like a movie marathon at a theater or something.
Yeah. So basically they have a movie marathon in the theater, a bunch of different old horror
films. Are you not gonna do that over? We just leaving that in?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
How do I do it over? Start from the beginning?
Well, no. Never mind.
So there's these film students and they are having this horror movie marathon thing at a old theater, and which they have lots of different gimmicks. There's one that's about a mosquito, so they have a big giant mosquito that flies down, and then there's one that's about the electrified man, and the seats are electrified, so they get to shock people in the audience, which is funny, but I would never want to be shocked. And there's also one called the stench. So they have like smells that come through the vents, and it's like body odor, but not like BO, odor of a dead body, you know, kind of thing. So it's like really funny, but it's super cool because it's unique in a way, and it does have a crazy story. I mean, there's so much going on in the movie that, you know, parts of it you're trying to figure out what's really happening, what is this all about? Because one of the film students is having these dreams about this really weird guy who is really creepy in my opinion, and turns out there's like more going on to it than she even knows. The dude's dead, but she don't know that. So another student is got all these faces of everybody else and is using them to disguise himself as everybody else. What are the cats doing? And which I really like that. I like the use of the faces, you know, that's something interesting. And he looks really gross underneath. That's just totally gross looking, all the burntness and yeah. But I don't know, there's just something about this movie that I've always loved. This is one of my all-time favorites. And it's got Jill Sholin in it, who she was in Babes in Toyland. That's the last thing I think I've watched her in recently, and I don't know a lot of stuff that she's been in, like Cutting Class, and there's something else I can't think.
When a Stranger Calls Back.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Which I don't know if I've seen that
with
one.
Robert Englund.
But she's like an 80s star. That's why this feels 80s, I guess, because most of the stars in this movie are mainly like stars of the 80s. We have, I'm sorry, I have to revert to my notes because I don't know all the names. Tom Villard, who has been in some stuff, but I'm just like, he looks so familiar. But I don't know. I couldn't place him.
My girl.
My girl. Okay. And then he was in something else, and I forgot to write it down. But anyways, here I am messing up again. Dee Wallace, who she is in Cujo and The Howling and a bunch of other, scary stuff. I recognize her right off the bat. And we also have Freddie Simpson. She was in A League of Their Own, and I recognized her right off the bat because she's just got this long, slim figure about her, and she's got a very unique face. So, it's easy to recognize her. And also, another person that I recognized was Kelly Jo Minter, who was in Summer School, which I absolutely love that movie. And that has kind of a bit of a horror scene in it that is really good. If you haven't seen that movie, it's not horror, but it does have a horrorness to it in there. Really love that. But this combination of actors who are mainly, to me, 80s actors. So therefore, this feels like an 80s slasher, and everything about it kind of feels like an 80s slasher. But revert back to the old days of the theaters, like, I don't know what years they had put on these kind of shows, maybe in the 60s or something. Squirrels attacking. But that's just really interesting. There's a lot to it that's just really interesting, and I really love this movie. So I can't believe I forgot it. But anyways, yeah. I don't know what my favorite kill scene would be, because the mosquito coming down and puncturing the dude was kind of awesome. But then the guy that got electrocuted, he's struggling to not be electrocuted, but there was nothing he was good do. He's like tied down, so he can't get away. So, but yeah, this. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by the outside world. Oh, I done messed this one up, but yeah, watch this movie. It's really, really good. 90s is like all-time best. Okay, I know y'all are gonna say 80 slashers, but 80 slashers are really good. But I'm okay. It's okay. I'm a 90s girl. So. I'm stalking. Thinking about stalking. Maybe we won't stalk. Who are you stalking though? The other cat? Okay.
I'm sorry, where were you?
Anyways, if you, I don't know, where was I? Okay, yeah. This is a really awesome movie. You might want to check it out. I watched it on YouTube, I think. And check out the HORRORman's channel. Let's continue to do these awesome reviews.
You want some trivia?
What's some trivia?
Let's see, it was filmed in Jamaica, I think. Kingsland,
Really?
Jamaica. And
I do like the song that's at the end, or in the movie, the Scary, Scary Movies. I like that. And then there's another one.
Scary, Scary Movies.
Yeah.
I don't know how it goes. I haven't watched it in a while. Originally, the lead girl was not Jill Schoelen. It was,
Who was it?
I want to say Amy O'Neill.
Really?
The girl that was the lead in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh.
And somehow they had already shot some stuff with her and it didn't work out. And they flew Jill Schoelen in to take over.
It's funny how stuff like that happens. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, I didn't do much research this time around. I just basically watched the movie. But it's a good movie.
We done?
I guess so.